Welcome, dear listener, to another journey inward, a place where truth isn't loud but lasting. Today, we're discussing something that may seem deceptively simple, heartbreakingly quiet, and endlessly powerful: perseverance. This isn't the type of perseverance that makes headlines or is celebrated with gold medals or best-selling books. Instead, we're here to explore the different forms of perseverance, the kind that breathes in hospital rooms, that walks into a second job after midnight, and that endures another rejection with eyes still wide open. At its core, perseverance isn't about heroic leaps. It's about sacred steps, the ones you take when no one is clapping, and the ones you repeat even when hope feels far away. Through the stories of two remarkable individuals, one in business and one in sports, and reflections drawn from psychology, history, and the human heart, we'll uncover why perseverance isn't just an action. It's a way of being. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Planting the seed. It always starts in silence. Let's go back to Hangzhou, China. A young man named Jack Ma stood at the intersection of rejection and uncertainty. Over 30 job applications, 30 closed doors. Even KFC rejected him. Of 24 applicants, 23 were hired. He was the one left out. Pause here. Imagine that moment. The silence after another no. The ache of wanting to believe in yourself when the world keeps offering evidence not to. Most would stop, and no one would blame them. But Jack didn't. He kept showing up, kept studying, kept dreaming. He practiced English by biking miles to speak with tourists. He failed the university entrance exam not once, but twice, and took it a third time. What drove him? It wasn't ego. It wasn't even certain. It was something deeper, that quiet voice within that said, maybe not today, but one day. That's what planting the seed of perseverance looks like. Eventually, Jack Ma founded Alibaba, one of the largest e-commerce platforms in the world. But the real story, the real miracle, happened long before the IPO. It happened when no one was looking, when it would have been easier to quit, and he didn't. Science affirms what stories like Jack's reveal. Psychologist Angela Duckworth defines this quality as grit, a combination of passion and sustained persistence for long-term goals. Her research shows grit outperforms talent, intelligence, and even social advantage when it comes to success. But grit isn't glamorous. That's why we don't see it on social media. Doesn't sparkle, doesn't shout, just quietly keeps going. And maybe that's what makes it holy. Think about your own life. The things you've kept doing when they weren't easy: working toward a degree while juggling children, staying in a relationship when it's hard but worth it, waking up each day when anxiety has you by the throat. That's you planting seeds. You might not see the fruit yet, but the roots are growing deep and unseen. Chapter 2. Enduring the storm. To keep going when the world tells you not to, that's strength. If the seed is planted in silence, the storm arrives with noise, uncertainty, exhaustion, fear, all shouting, "You can't." Let's move now to Compton, California, where two sisters trained on cracked courts under a father who believed in miracles. This is where Serena Williams began. Imagine her. Young, black, powerful, stepping into a world that didn't look like her, didn't expect her, didn't want her. And still she trained. She lost. She trained again. She rose not just to compete, but to dominate through injury, scrutiny, and even near death during childbirth. Most would have retired. Serena returned. Why? Because she had made a decision that would shape everything. To never give up. Storms come for all of us. Sometimes they're external layoffs, heartbreaks, diagnoses. Other times they are inside us: depression, anxiety, shame. But they always come with a whisper. It would be easier to stop. perseverance is answering, "Yes, but I'm staying." Psychologist Martin Seligman, a founder of positive psychology, discovered that those who persevere share 3 beliefs. My actions matter. This pain is temporary. Failure is a detour, not a dead end. But understanding those truths intellectually is different from living them emotionally. In the storm, everything feels blurry. You're tired. Progress is invisible. People don't understand. You question why you're still trying. But storms aren't signs to stop. They're signals that you're in the middle of something meaningful. If that's where you are today, let me say this from my heart to yours. Keep going. Not because you must be perfect, but because you're still here. That matters. There's no glory in giving up early. There is deep, sacred beauty in staying the course even with trembling hands and a breaking heart. Serena didn't become legendary because she never fell. She became legendary because she kept getting up. So can you. Chapter 3. Reaping the legacy. If you've stayed this long, if you've planted the seed, endured the storm, you already carry a legacy. Not someday. And sometimes, that legacy whispers more than it shouts. Let's visit a prison cell in South Africa. The man inside has been there for 27 years. His name is Nelson Mandela. He was beaten, forgotten, locked away from the world he longed to serve. But when Mandela walked free, he didn't seek revenge. He sought healing. And the world stopped to witness a man who had lost everything, yet kept his soul intact. That is perseverance, not just to endure pain, but to transform it. Mandela didn't just change politics. He changed humanity's story about what is possible when we refuse to become bitter. In psychological terms, this is what Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, called meaning-making. He believed our deepest power lies in the ability to turn suffering into significance. And you're doing it too. Every day you keep trying, not for recognition but for truth, you are crafting a legacy. Maybe your perseverance is shaping your children's resilience. Maybe it's healing a family lineage scarred by silence. Maybe it's showing your younger self that you didn't quit on them. That matters. Because the real reward of perseverance isn't applause. It's integrity. It's looking in the mirror and knowing, I didn't abandon myself. It's walking into tomorrow with a spine strengthened by storms, with hands made strong by planting seeds in invisible seasons. And one day when someone asks how you became who you are, you'll smile and say, I kept going, even when it didn't make sense. Even when no one saw. That's a legacy. The slow beauty of becoming. Perseverance changes everything. It bridges the space between who we were and who we're becoming. It gives our efforts dignity, even when results are far. Carries us through the wilderness toward meaning. If you're listening to this and your path feels long, don't give up. If you're tired, let rest, but don't retreat. If you feel unseen, know this. You are not invisible to your future. Every act of effort writes a chapter that your tomorrow self will be proud of. So choose slowness over speed. Choose courage over comfort. Choose to keep going, not because it's easy but because it's right. This world rewards finish lines. But your soul, it honors every step. Thank you for walking this journey with me. Until next time, keep showing up, keep choosing the road less glamorous, and always keep the faith. Your story's not over. It's only just beginning.